So, I'm so sorry guys, I did not get the measurements and have shown you how I do my rice. But I'm using jasmine white rice, Thai jasmine white rice. And as every cook knows, it's done. You cannot open your rice, otherwise it's gonna all the steam out until it's done. So, I do the old trick where you put the rice and then you fill it up and you put your finger, and if it comes to right here, then it's a good amount. I'd like my rice a little harder, especially since I'm going to be frying it up. So I cooked it a little less, with a little less water. And I just put it in my rice cooker. I put some soy sauce in there, and I'm going to be showing you what I do on my skillet for the rest. Onions, garlic, all that good stuff. So, soy sauce in there, letting it steam up, and just wait till it's done, and I'll show you how it looks when it's done cooking, okay? Okay, so I am back now. The rice has finished cooking. We're gonna check it out, fluff it up a little bit, take it out of the rice cooker and let it cool, because you don't want to put it in the skillet when the rice is so hot. Yes, you guys see all that steam? Yummy, and it smells so good. Jasmine rice is one of the most fragrant rices out there. So I'm just going to gently turn it, because you don't want to make it too mushy. Kind of move it around. And I'm going to get a taste test. Make sure that it's the right consistency. Perfect. And like I said, I didn't want to overcook it too much, being that it's going to go back in the skillet and get fried up. So even like when you're making pasta, like a lasagna or anything, you're going to bake it, you always want to cook your pasta or anything al dente if it's going to go back on heat as an additional cooking process. A little handy pot placeover, I guess you can call it, because as I was growing up, I was taught that you don't put hot things on your counters. So I'm going to remove the rice. It will be hot, so be careful. My fingers are kind of desensitized to heat at this time. And I'm just going to let it sit here for about 30-45 minutes and just let it cool. If you guys don't have the time to do that, you can always give it about 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, if all the steam is actually already gone, you can always put it in the fridge. I personally don't like to do that, but I have done it when I was pressed for time. Unplug the rice cooker. And yeah, all right, let's wait for the next step coming up. Okay, mi amors, so the rice has cooled. Like I said, I waited a little longer than what I said I was gonna do, just because I want it completely cooled. So now what I'm gonna do is start the cooking process. We've already, we're doing the shrimp, Thai fried rice. So we've already deveined the shrimp, peeled it off, got all the veggies cut, and now we're ready to start the process. And I used to have a wok, and someone very special in my life does not understand, because my mother is old school and does not understand that you cannot use metal on stick surfaces and woks and stuff like that. So unfortunately it got ruined and I had to get rid of it. And I have not repurchased because they're pretty hefty, and my mother-in-law actually got it for me. So speaking of my mother-in-law, she is from Thailand, so I have learned the authentic way to make Thai fried rice. I'm missing a couple of ingredients, but other than that, I think I may have it. I don't think I have it down. I've been in her life for 21 years, so she's shown me some stuff. So on that note, I'm using a pot, not a skillet, just because I want to put a lot of stuff in it and I don't want it to fall off or fall out. So I'm going to show you guys. Here we go. So here is the shrimp. We have the shrimp right there. We have the tomatoes, the onions, the cilantro, lime, garlic, of course. We have oyster sauce. We have hoisin sauce, the rice, soy sauce. Typically, she uses thin soy sauce, but unfortunately, I don't have that on hand. And we have fish sauce. What you guys know about that fish sauce? Yes. So we're going to get started. What I'm going to start doing first is I am going to grab, I'm actually going to grab olive oil. I love cooking with olive oil. I am doing a medium high. And I'm just getting it nice and hot for that oil. So I'm going to go ahead, make sure that the oil is nice and hot. And then I'm going to grab my shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the pan, or to the pot, should I say. That is in there cooking and sizzling. The only seasoning I'm going to add to the shrimp is just some salt and pepper, only because there's going to be so many other flavors, as I showed you guys with the sauces and everything. Because we don't want to over season the shrimp and make it like super like potent for the entire meal. Like we want everything to balance out. We want everything to have each flavor, being that we're going to have so many different flavors from the garlic, the cilantro, the onions, the tomatoes, and everything else that I showed you guys. So here's the shrimp cooking, and as you know, when the shrimp starts to turn like an opaque pink, then it's ready. So I am going to grab my favorite salt, which I get from Costco. It is the Himalayan. I've never been able to pronounce it, but you guys see. Pink salt, and I'm going to go ahead and just grind that just a little bit on the shrimp. And you also want to wait till the shrimp is a little more cooked, because you don't want to over season your shrimp while it's cooking, because otherwise it's going to burn. And I'm going to add some pepper. And if you like spice, I know I actually said I was going to only add a few ingredients, or just the salt and pepper, but if you like spice, as I do, the hubby and I are real big on spice, you can go ahead and add some crushed red flakes. Just a little bit, especially since we have the pepper. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. I love the smell of shrimp. So, you guys see how it looks here. I typically would cook it a little longer if it wasn't going to go back into the heat again. But being that it is, as I just said, I'm going to go ahead and take it out. I'm just going to go ahead and add the entire steamed rice that I made earlier. And like I said, it is completely cooled down. I'm going to let it sit in there. I'm going to add a little more oil. We're just breaking it up there. This is also optional, but there is a pickled garlic that I use, and I'm out of it right now. But it's very good. It's, like I said, it's a pickled garlic, so just imagine garlic pickled. It's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and add in the oyster sauce. I'm sorry, you guys, if you watch all of my other cooking videos, I am not a measurer. That's why I'm a cooker versus a baker. I don't measure. So it's just pretty much eyeball it. Depends on the flavor, how much you want, and the coloring. So I'm just going to pour, and I may add more. Always start off with less. Less is more. If you are lacking in flavor, you can always go back and add it. So I'm adding that. Just give it a little shake so it doesn't stick. So I just added more oyster sauce. I'm going to add some hoisin sauce. Just a little bit. And some soy sauce. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that shrimp back in so that it can heat up with the heat and continue its cooking process. And then I'm going to add fish sauce. So as I was saying, you guys, fish sauce is very potent. Don't put too much, because then it's just going to ruin your entire dish. So just a few splashes. That's about it. And like I said, you can always go back and re-add. Alright, and so now I'm going to add my veggies. I'm going to add my tomatoes, my onions. Alright guys, so I made I was actually supposed to put the garlic in before the rice, and I totally got distracted talking to you guys. So, but it's okay. It's not too late. It's totally fine. We can make it happen. So here is the handy dandy Pampered Chef garlic crusher I was telling you guys about. So you literally take a garlic clove, put it in there with the skin on, and you literally just smash it down and it comes out just like that. Did I not tell you guys how convenient it is? And what I'm going to do is cut my lime. The lime is, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It adds such a great flavor. It's like a distinct flavor mixed with all the other sauces. So I'm going to roll this just to get it juicier. You guys can also microwave your limes if they're not ripe enough for just a few seconds, and that'll help it juice better. What I'm doing is I am squeezing the lime juice in the rice. Typically, guys, I would add an extra lime or maybe even two. I am out. This was the only one I had left over, so I'm going to squeeze the heck out of this thing. Add the cilantro and the cucumber at the end of the cooking process just to garnish it, and then it also gives more flavor. Now we're going to stir it up. Get the bottom, make sure you scrape it. You can still go ahead and make sure that you are breaking up whatever pieces it did not break up. And obviously when it's hot, it breaks up a lot easier. All right, guys, now are you ready for the actual really secret? Sugar. Hey, I learned from a very amazing, awesome Thai woman. So you just add some sugar. And some people do add ketchup to their fried rice for, like, obviously a little bit of flavor and coloring. I don't like to do that. Stir it up. It's simmering. The onions are at a perfect consistency to where they're not crunchy but they're not soft. So they have that mediumness. The tomatoes have sauteed, and now what I'm going to do, based on the color, I know that it's pretty much at my flavor that I want it. I'm going to taste it with the shrimp now. So I'm going to take pretty much every ingredient that I have in here just because I want to make sure everything's ready. So I'm going to take the tomatoes, the rice, the onion, and I'm just going to cut a little piece of the shrimp. And now the garnishing part. Again, keep in mind the cucumber is supposed to be on there as well. Is cilantro. So we're just going to, we've already cut and pre-washed the cilantro. So you just add, again, your preference as much as you want. And so now let's go ahead and get this scooped on a plate and show you the actual finished product while you're eating and how it should be served up. So just serve it up. Make sure you get every ingredient in there. Alright guys, so here is our finished product. We have the cilantro, the shrimp, the tomatoes, onions, and all that yummy, yummy sweetness of flavors. Let me know if you guys try this at home. Let me know how much you love it. Again, to each his own. You guys can omit or add different flavors if you want. Less seasonings, less vegetables. But definitely check it out. Try it. Let me know how amazing it is. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love the support. Please don't forget to subscribe. Give this a thumbs up. Once again, if you like this video, don't forget to visit me in all my other social media sites. They will be down below. And once again, just thank you for watching. Enjoy. I'm going to go eat. Bye. Mi amors.